It's so interesting, my gorgeous Capricornius. How is this nostalgia going to be triggered? And what exactly is going to trigger your nostalgia right at the beginning of this week? You know, it's to do with somebody being like extremely immature. It's to do with with an extremely immature person you're gonna be looking at and you're gonna be thinking about, and then at that moment in time, something is going to be triggered within you when it comes to you remembering certain people from your past, you know, and this in itself is going to start this process of nostalgia where you are going to start thinking about your past your past in general. You know, you're going to remember like good things, you're going to remember some negative things, but mainly this is going to be like a quite positive experience, to be quite honest with you, because you're going to be thinking about several different things from your past. But then again, it's all going to be leading towards you a kind of somehow realizing an opportunity. Somehow you're going to realize an opportunity here, my gorgeous Capricornius, an opportunity to increase income. And that in itself, yeah, it's going to seem like, oh my God, this is going to be like a new challenge. But then on another hand, somebody who you can count on, somebody really brilliant, somebody really knowledgeable in your life when it comes to all this, it's like kind of going to confirm to you that this would be like a really brilliant idea. And this is going to mean to you so much because it's going to come from somebody who is like a really experienced when it comes to this particular field, or it's somebody, or through somebody who is very kind of really smart, intelligent, and clever in general, you know, when it comes to, sorry, when it comes to things like this, you know. It's to do with a certain experience that that person has, or in general, that person is very, very clever. Whoever this is, or however this is going to happen, this person is going to have a really beautiful impact on you, because at the same time that person is going to play an important role when it comes to you being reminded of some kind of responsibility, big responsibility that you're going to need to deal with. Nothing to do with this, but that particular responsibility that you're going to be reminded of, it's really going to kick your butt, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to something like this. So this person is going to play an amazing role when it comes to all this, because on one hand, that person is knowledgeable when it comes to all this, and then on another hand, that person is going to remind you of your responsibility, of like a really big responsibility, which is going to play a massive role when it comes to you taking this opportunity to increase income very, very seriously. Okay. And not that long after that moment in time, maybe 1 or 2 days later, you're going to have an unexpected good news, my gorgeous Capricornius. And this unexpected good news is going to make you feel really good about yourself. And it's nothing to do with what I've just said so far. But this unexpected good news is going to be connected to this aspect of your life, something you were worrying so much about, something that has been on your mind a lot. And now this is going to mean to you quite a lot, because at that moment in time, this is also going to be at the moment in time when you're going to set yourself free. When it comes to like you understanding also, somehow you're going to understand that you need to be as quick as you possibly can when it comes to this opportunity to increase income, for example. And I'm not saying that something is bad with your financial situation or whatever, but this is going to be leading towards something much bigger, towards something much better. It's not just about an opportunity to increase your income. There is a much more to this, okay? There is much more to this. And that's why things are going to happen in such a fascinated way, where you are reminded of your childhood, and then you're reconnected with somebody really important in your life who kind of like confirms certain things to you. And then a couple of days later, you get a good news about some kind of problem that you've been worrying about for so long. And this is enough of like a really powerful indication when it comes to all this, for you to understand that there is so much more than just an opportunity to increase an income. This is going to lead towards you making a really important decision here. And that particular decision that you're going to make, it's to do with this opportunity to increase income. And that in itself, it's also going to not only be the beginning of a really nice transformation, but it's going to, on one hand, start a process of you improving yourself and improving your life in general. And you're also going to start this sacred process where, without even realizing, you are going to leave your old ways behind. Okay, so this is why you need to understand this, because this is actually going to lead towards an unexpected success. Okay, and towards an unexpected success. When it comes to this financial opportunity, it's not only about money, it's not only about the finances and things like that, but it's a lot how much you're actually going to find out about yourself and about your life in between now and in between January 2025. Yes, I know, in between now and in between January 2025. Oh my God, I cannot tell you what a journey you're going to have. Not only you're going to find out so much about yourself and so much about your life, but you will also realize that, you're missing out on really big things, on really huge things. And especially when it comes to like October 2024, this is where you're going to realize big time what's missing in your life, my gorgeous Capricornius. Something is going to happen then like big. And it's really going to be the time when you are going to have a turning point with certain things. But this is why this element is so important. So it's not only about an opportunity, but it's about you starting the process where your life is going to start changing like really rapidly. Really rapidly. And this is going to reflect on you in such a way where you will really kind of start reconnecting with yourself, where you're going to start noticing things that you kind of maybe that were always around you for a very long time, but you did not see how much these things bring into your life. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to highlight certain aspects that you really do need to kind of pay attention to, because they are going to play a major role in your life. Okay. But also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you must be very smart and you need to be very clever, because I don't know, I'm really worrying about this person here. Not that I'm worrying about one specific person, who this actually is. Because it looks like maybe somebody's pretending to be your friend, or somebody's pretending to be something that they're not to you. And you need to be smart who this is. Maybe it's a certain person, like this particular person, it's somebody who you give lots of information to, but you feel kind of uneasy. You felt for a long time like something may be wrong. You need to try to find out who this is. You need to be very, very smart, and you need to follow your intuition, because someone, I'm afraid, is claiming to be something who they are not. And they are playing the game. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make you feel paranoid or anything like that, my gorgeous Capricornius. I just need you to be very careful who do you open up to. Okay, because sometimes we talk to certain people and they are not who we think that they are. And this is most certainly the case here. Somebody was very smart around you, very clever, very friendly, only because they want to kind of get something from you. They want to take something from you. And I'm so sorry to say it in this way, but you need to be very smart. Who do you open up to? Especially to those people who you intuitively know that something may be wrong, because someone is going to try to take something that's yours, something that belongs to you at the beginning of this week. And you need to be very smart here. You need to put your foot down. Listen to me very carefully. Somebody is going to try to take something that belongs to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, at the beginning of this week, and you need to put your foot down. My God, I know that emotionally you're going to be dealing with something else. You're going to be dealing with something different, and I don't want that to take the better of you. So emotionally you're going to be somewhere else, And I'm worried that you will just want to kind of respond to this person, to this situation, just to kind of get this person off your chest. No, baby, no. You need to be very smart here, very smart. Someone is going to kind of demand something from you. Someone is going to try to take something from you, something that belongs to you. And if that person take this from you now, you're never going to get this back. And the only way to deal with this is you need to have a very serious discussion with this person, and you're going to need to prove your point to this person. You're going to need to prove your point. And I can see that, thank God that I can see that you will be able to see this, and you will be able to recognize this, because there is going to be some kind of intense conversation in between you and that particular person, for example. But an end result, it's going to be brilliant. So you just have to stand up for what you believe, my gorgeous Capricornians. Don't allow people to take a mick out of you. Do you know what I mean? This is important for you to understand. And I know that this is going to turn out to be like really positive, very positive, and things are going to work in your favor, and you will be able to protect something that's yours. So you need to be very, very smart when it comes to this. You must not give in whatsoever. Okay, it's something that has been going on for a while, for example, but it's going to be resolved within like about a minute or two. Seriously, like so quickly. And this is why this is so important for you to understand. As soon as you become aware of this person, you need to act now. You need to do something about it immediately. You need to talk to this person. By doing something about it now, you are also going to come out with an extra choice, a very, very, very interesting choice. Okay, very, very interesting choice that you did not have before. And this is when things are going to start becoming very, very interesting for you, because on one hand, you know, it's to do with an aspect of your life where you felt like you had a lack of direction. So now that's about to kind of change. And it's also going to start working in your favor in such a way where you're going to liberate yourself yet again. You're going to become a free spirit, which means that this in itself, it's going to be really positive for like your life in general. And also it's going to allow you to move on. And because you know what, this is to do with something that has been making you feel like a little bit negative, and it's to do with something that has made you to kind of maybe question certain people you shouldn't have questioned in the first place, just because this particular person here is somebody who I do not like whatsoever. And it's someone who is powerful in a certain ways, where they have such a strong energy and they are able to manipulate people through their own strong, like kind of very powerful energy. And subconsciously, this type of people are kind of winding us up against like a certain people in our lives who are the major people in our lives. And these people are so horrible that they are doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose, and this is the way they control people. So you really need to kind of so you really need to understand that this is actually going to bring a very kind of several things to an end that you have been affected by without even realizing. This person was really bad for your energy indeed. Okay, I say this on numerous occasions that we must always make sure that we are sharing our space, or that we are sharing our energies with those people in our lives that are making us feel good, that are making us feel better about ourselves. Not those that are making us feel uncomfortable about ourselves, but those are the worst, who we do not even realize they're actually doing this. We only start to realize that these type of people are actually having maybe some kind of hidden agenda only at the time when they demand something that they should not be demanding in the first place. So this is brilliant. This in itself did kind of cause a lack of direction in your life, because that particular person has a negative impact or influence on you. Okay, so this is why this is important. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, my goodness, this week is going to be most certainly very complex indeed. But you must not make this sacrifice. Listen to me very carefully. At around the midweek, you are gonna something is you're gonna have a really nice, beautiful experience, and something is going to make you feel so good about yourself. Something is gonna empower you so much, my gorgeous Capricornius, at around the midweek. Okay, you're going to have a really brilliant experience, and something is gonna make you feel so 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 good about yourself. But at the same time, I just need you to be very smart, and I just need you to kind of I need you to understand that you must not make this sacrifice. After that positive experience, you are going to feel like you want to make this sacrifice. And if you make this sacrifice, oh my God, this is not going to be good whatsoever. If you make this sacrifice, which you are going to be thinking about, this is going to be completely pointless. This is to do with some kind of temptation here that you must be aware of. Yes, you're going to have a beautiful experience. Yes, you're going to feel really good about yourself. Yes, something is going to empower you, but also I'm afraid that there is some kind of temptation there as well. And you need to avoid this temptation, because if you go for this temptation, you are going to make an unnecessary, completely unnecessary sacrifice. Oh my God. If you make this unnecessary sacrifice, your power to decide really quickly, in general, it's going to be taken away from you for the next 2 years. Seriously, if you make this sacrifice, unnecessary sacrifice, you are going to need to work on karma for the next 2 years, and it's going to reflect on you in such a way where it's going to be impossible for you to make like really important decisions, and then we are just stuck in a limbo. You do not want to be stuck in a limbo, my gorgeous Capricornius, and to be not to be able to make decisions. It can be very dangerous, because we're ignoring our intuition, we're ignoring our spirit, we're ignoring our soul. And each time we do this, each time we disconnect with ourselves over and over again. You trust your spirit, trust your soul. I mean, come on. There are beautiful people out there, but there are vile people out there. There are gorgeous people out there, and there are horrible people out there. And this is why you always trust your intuition no matter what, and you are going to be rewarded. So for the love of God, do not make this a completely unnecessary sacrifice. And I need you to be so smart here. And I really hope that you will be able to understand and realize what this is exactly, okay? Because if you do make this sacrifice for the next 2 years, you will be your power to decide really quickly, it's going to be taken away. And this is going to really create this domino reaction where everything else is going to be slowed down. And I don't want you to be paranoid now, and I don't want you to think, oh my God, what if I make this sacrifice without even realizing? Well, this is what I mean. It's gonna come in the form of, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I wanna do this sacrifice, I wanna get rid of this, I wanna get rid of that. That's how you're gonna feel. But you just need to slow down a little bit, because again, not that long after that moment in time, you are gonna be on your way somewhere really important to sort something out, and again you are going to change your mind. Again, you're gonna end up somewhere else, my gorgeous Capricornius. And where you're gonna end up, it's gonna be like a pretty much so an inspiration which you are going to have, and where you're going to end up, you are going to be enjoying yourself. Maybe it's to do with some kind of leisure activities, or you're going to be like somewhere in the forest sorry, somewhere within the nature, and it's like this insight which you are going to have. You're going to have this sudden insight, my gorgeous Capricornius. You're going to be thinking about this gorgeous person in your life, somebody who you love so much, like maybe your child, maybe your friend, maybe your best friend, maybe a family member, and suddenly you are going to have this insight. Suddenly you're going to have this insight, and suddenly you're going to realize, what do you need to start? What do you need to begin with? It's to do with a new beginning. And now suddenly you're going to realize, oh oh my God, of course, if I sacrifice this, I wouldn't be able to have this new beginning. I wouldn't be able to turn this new page, this new leaf. I wouldn't be able to do what I want to do now. So you just have to wait a little bit to see what that insight is going to be. And that insight is going to be a guiding light, my gorgeous Capricornius. Indeed, like how important this is going to be. I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's absolutely remarkable in so many different ways. And in terms of a diet, there is something, my God, Capricornius, seriously, there is something that you're doing in terms of your diet, and you need to stop doing this. I don't know if you are, I can see the blockage in your stomach, and I can see something being like kind of done over and over, which means that I think you're aware of this. And you're eating something, you're taking something that you shouldn't be, my gorgeous Capricornius. You need to be very, very smart because it's going to start affecting your digestive system. That's exactly what I see here. I'm sorry. This is going to start affecting your digestive system, whatever you're taking, whatever you're eating. Maybe you're drinking too much. Maybe you're taking some kind of sugar. Maybe you're eating too much chocolate. You know, maybe you're eating too many desserts, you know, but there is something that you're doing and you shouldn't be doing. And I think that that's going to be highlighted at around the midweek, because you're going to have such a strong and powerful urge to do this, to do this, to do this. And it's going to come plumb. It's going to come to you. Or maybe I shouldn't. Oh no, that's not really good for me. Bingo, that's the one. This is what you need to cut out and say, bye bitch. You see what I mean? You need to stop doing this because it's also making you feel really tired. It's making you feel really tired, and it's starting to affect your health. Did you have any stomach problems lately, or like a digestion problems lately? This is why you need to be able to, you need to recognize what this is. It could even be a bloody chewing gum. Even a chewing gum nowadays, it's really bad for you because it's filled with bloody aspartame, for example. Even that has got a very bad impact on your third psychic eye. Like a chewing gum, they even put a poison in a bloody chewing gum, like an aspartame, you know. It's like, no baby, no, you know. So this is why I need you to be kind of like I need you to try to recognize what this is. It's like really more important than you could have possibly imagined. Okay, so you need to kind of stop doing this. This is what my advice would be. And if you kind of start considering that this week, you know, when I see it so strongly, that means that you're also going to have an additional power in order to elevate yourself, and in order to have even more successful income, for example. Okay, and by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, there is an older person in your life, somebody older that you need to spend a bit more time with. Somebody older you need to spend a bit more time with, okay? Because I think that somebody was maybe your older family member or older friend, but somebody was trying to get in touch with you. Somebody was trying to get in touch with you, but you were maybe really busy. Maybe you had too much on your mind. Maybe too much was going on in your life, you know, but some older person you need to immediately reconnect with. Somebody is trying to desperately get in touch with you. Where are you, my gorgeous Capricornius? Where did you get lost? Where did you go, baby? Oh, it's important, seriously. I'm just joking, you know, but it's important though. Somebody's trying to reconnect with you, and somebody was trying to get in touch with you lately, especially. And maybe you were busy, maybe you couldn't answer, maybe you just couldn't reconnect, or whatever it was. But you need to immediately, that person is going to contact you again at around the last part of this week. Do not ignore this phone call. Do not ignore this message. However this person gets in touch with you, because this person is having something very, very important to tell you. Very important to tell you. And as soon as you find out what this person is going to tell you, immediately you are going to start making some kind of travel plans. Do you see what I mean? So this is why this is so important. And also, at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, at around the end of this week, you are, okay, something like a little bit uncomfortable, you know, it's going to happen. But don't get me wrong, this is not a bad reading. This is actually a really good reading. To me, there is a lot going to be sorted this week, you know, a lot. This is a very powerful week when it comes to karma. Okay, so it means that you know there are going to be several things which are actually going to come to an end, and whichever thing comes to an end, there is going to be something really good waiting for you. So especially when it comes to the actual unexpected change which you are going to have at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, this unexpected change, it's also at the same time going to make you feel a little bit frustrated, a little bit sad, because you will be thinking that you were wasting your time, and that you gave so much energy towards something, and now whatever you gave so much energy towards is just like kind of has come to an end. So you're going to be thinking that you were wasting your time, and you're going to be like a little bit negative and a little bit sad about it. But then again, at around that time, oh my God, you will feel some kind of a presence around you. There is a presence which is going to be around you, my gorgeous Capricornius. You are going to be visited at around that time by your spirit guide, or you are going to be visited by a guardian angel. I don't care whether you think that I'm crazy or not. It's entirely up to you. This world is not what it seems to be. We have been lied from the beginning. But honestly, I'm just going to leave it now. But no, seriously, it's like you need to be a kind of, you're going to realize, you know, you're going to be kind of a little bit frustrated, and you're going to be thinking, oh my God, I've just gave so much time and energy towards this, and now this has come to an end. So you're going to be a little bit sad. And before I go any further, to be quite honest with you, throughout this week, you're going to feel like there is something around you, like a spirit guide or a guardian angel. For the love of God, make the most of it. As soon as you feel something around you, ask the question very loud, and you are going to get an answer very, very quickly, very soon. Make the most of it, because you are going to be guided throughout this week. But especially at around the end of this week, when you become aware of this unexpected change, when you become a little bit uncertain, when you feel a little bit down, when you feel a little bit negative, this is when you are this is when you are going to be visited by your guardian angel and by your spirit guide. You are going to have such a mind-blowing sign. You're going to have such a powerful sign, and the powerful sign that you're going to have, it's almost instantly going to remind you of some kind of opportunity that you've had for a while, but you almost forgot about. And the major role of the spirit guide or of your guardian angel is going to be to remind you just that, with that particular sign which you are going to have. What's going to happen to you is going to be out of this world, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Yet again, you will be able to reconnect with yourself, and this opportunity that you're going to be reminded of, it's like, oh my God, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because this in itself is going to play a major, massive role when it comes to you moving on with your life. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.